Hello, everybody. It's a new episode of Be Still to help get our week start off on the right foot. And today we're going to talk about being apart from God, being apart from Jesus. It doesn't bode well for us if we're apart from Him. And it says it right here in His Word. And then I got a story to kind of match up with that to help illustrate this a little bit better. Let's get started. I'm going to start in John chapter 15, and I'm going to read through about verse 8. And it says, "I am the true vine, and my Father is the gardener. He cuts off every branch in me that bears no fruit, while every branch that does bear fruit, He prunes so that it will be even more fruitful. You are already clean because of the word I've spoken to you. Remain in me, and I will remain in you. No branch can bear fruit by itself. It must remain in the vine. Neither can you bear fruit unless you remain in me. I am the vine. You are the branches. If a man remains in me and I in him, he will bear much fruit. Apart from me, you can do nothing. If anyone does not remain in me, he is like a branch that is thrown away and withers. Such branches are picked up, thrown into the fire, and burned. If you remain in me, and my words remain in you, ask whatever you wish, and it will be given you. This is to my Father's glory, that you bear much fruit, showing yourselves to be my disciples." The verse that I really want to focus on here is in verse 5. It's John chapter 15, verse 5. And the part that I really want to discuss is, apart from me, you can do nothing. Also like to look at that, not just apart from me, you can do nothing. I'm going to make it a little bit more personal. Apart from me, you are nothing. Oh, that hurts. That hurts the heart to kind of say it that way. But I feel like you could probably apply both meanings in that. Now, after reading through that, let me throw a little story at you. And this story is about a PGA Tour winner, a Champions Tour winner, a major winner, a Masters winner. Been very dominant on the senior tour the last several years. And his name's Bernhard Langer. I wasn't born yet, but in 1985, he won the Masters. And he said that after winning that Masters, he still felt empty. He's like, here I am, I just won maybe one of the biggest golf tournaments in the world. The biggest golf tournament he had won at that time. He was rich, he was famous, he was newly married. He literally had it all. He had all the cars, he had all the wealth that he could possibly ever dream of, all the popularity. And yet he said, I just felt empty. I felt like I didn't have anything at all. And from there, for those that know the PGA Tour schedule, generally the tournament at Hilton Head at Harbor Town follows the Masters every single year, still does up to this day. And he said he was scheduled to play at Hilton Head. So he left the Masters after winning it. He was driving to Hilton Head, and he's playing his practice round on Tuesday with fellow PGA Tour winner, I believe, Bobby Clampett. And Bobby offered him to come to a Bible study. And Bernhard didn't want to commit right away, so he's like, well, I'm going to talk to my wife and everything, and maybe we'll be able to make it. Anyway, him and his wife ended up showing up to that Bible study. And it really set him on a spiritual journey. He went and bought a Bible and really started digging in deep into the Word. And eventually, he comes to proclaim Jesus as his Lord and Savior, and becomes a follower of Jesus and studies his Bible promptly and everything else. And it completely altered his life. But more importantly, he said, then he was able to experience joy. Then he was able to be fulfilled. The Masters couldn't fulfill him, but reading the Word and starting a relationship with Jesus Christ, that fulfilled him. And he'll go on to even say, he actually did an interview, and you can look this up on YouTube. I believe he did an interview with David Faraday, and he talks a little bit about this journey that he went on. But he goes on to say that after many years, he still has this relationship with Jesus, and he still feels the fulfillment to this day that he felt then. So let's rewind this and let's go back to that chapter 15, verse 5 of John, where it says, apart from me, you can do nothing. Well, I would say apart from Jesus, Bernard didn't have any fulfillment whatsoever. He had nothing. You have nothing if you don't have Jesus. Now, sure, he was able to accomplish some great things. He was famous and wealthy and all this and that, but what good is that if you don't have a standard in your life that is of the utmost importance, something that is truly fulfilling? And at the end of the day, that golf tournament, yes, he won it, people remember it, but that all fades away into the past. The relationships that he has with people, how he carries himself, how his family, how he raises his family, all those things start to fulfill him. But they fulfill him because he was doing it in a Christian way. He was doing it in a biblical way. And he knew that he was serving God in that purpose. So how can I link this with everyday impact? Well, I think you could take a lot from Bernhard's experience and just say, I need fulfillment. You know, my job's not doing it. My wife and my kids can't do it. My successes at work can't do it. Gosh, there's got to be something. And although those things are all great and wonderful, there's just a void there without Jesus. And so when you welcome him into your heart, not only does he fill that void that you have in your heart, but he also takes the family element and the work success element and all those things, and he makes it bigger. He lifts it up. He makes it even more special, and he makes you feel full in every aspect of your life. As I read this, I think, man, I've played golf for a long period of time. I've said prayers when I'm playing golf a lot of times. Lord has answered prayers for me. One day I'll tell a story about probably one of my biggest prayers of all time that paid off really well for me. But, I've said a lot of prayers. God has been a part of my golfing journey, but he's been an arm's length away, if not farther than that. And I'm not saying I'm trying to win majors or anything here, but what I would like to do is I want to at least glorify him to the best of my ability. And it says right down here at the bottom in verse 8, this is to my Father's glory that you bear much fruit, showing yourselves to be my disciples. I want to glorify God to the best of my ability for his glory, not for my own. And I can't do that unless the Lord is pouring into me each and every day by spending time in his word, or by trying to follow his standards and his guide and living my life the way he wants me to live it. Not the way everybody else tells me I should live it, but the way the word tells me that I should live my life. And I love playing golf, and I love hitting that little white ball around, but it's all for nothing if I'm not trying to serve a higher purpose here. And God's got a plan for me just like he has a plan for you. And this game of golf that he's given me a talent at, I'm going to try my best to glorify him through that. But for you, it could be something totally different. But nevertheless, we are nothing. I am nothing apart from Jesus. And I am a nobody apart from Jesus. If I become anything, it's because he did it for me. And I give him all the glory in the world for that. So I hope everybody has a great week. Continue to stay with me on this little journey we're going through week by week. And hopefully you catch this on Monday and it is just a blessing to you and helps get you started in the right direction. We'll see you again next week.